back when you can put up a fight.
One of the main reasons why people love Meta Knight so much is because how his personality and motives are shrouded in mystery, and also the fact that he looks f***ing awesome. In what is almost a required characteristic of a typical anti-hero, Meta Knight's relationship with the main protagonist is unpredictable, and quite often they'll go from the greatest of rivals to the closest of allies in just a matter of moments. It's this personality that's got him 57 votes in this contest.
In his debut in Kirby's Adventure, Meta Knight and his Meta Knights acts as a valuable asset against Nightmare's forces, and teams up with Kirby, and indeed King DDD, to take Nightmare down. Despite this, Meta Knight shows up at various points in the game to challenge Kirby, although this can be seen as more of a preparation for fighting Nightmare than anything else.
Meta Knight also plays a semi-pivotal role in Squeak Squad. When Kirby pummels DDD for the upteenth billionth time, Meta Knight appears to steal a treasure chest that, strangely enough, contains a powerful dark nebula. Meta Knight tried to prevent Kirby from opening it in order to keep the darkness contained. Meta Knight even fought and defeated the strongest warrior in the universe, Galactica Knight, and that's one hell of an achievement. He's also a noble fighter. In fights against him, he will always offer Kirby a sword to fight with, in order to give Kirby as much of a chance as possible. But he's also crazy powerful, as any Brawl player should know, with a huge arsenal of attacks and great mobility. So basically, Meta Knight is a total badass and an overall cute video game series. He's strong, he's got dignity, and he wears a mask. Yeah, he's more than worthy of claiming the number 5 spot on this list. Thanks for being so awesome, Meta Knight. Coming in fourth with 68 votes, Wario is the result of combining Wario, Japanese for bad, and Mario in an attempt to create an evil version of Mario. He's obese, greedy, and hot-tempered, which often leads him to commit acts like taking over Mario's castle in Super Mario Land 2, his debut appearance. But his roles as a villain are limited within the Mario series, as he then takes on a role of a greedy anti-hero in the Wario Land series and the weird WarioWare series. Now, I haven't actually played any of the Wario Land games, so I can't really pass too much judgment on them. But they seem to be mostly based on collecting riches and overcoming hardships for the sole goal of increasing Wario's bank balance. Meanwhile, the WarioWare games are based on Wario's desperate attempts to create a business by selling microgames, short mini-games that are actually playable within the game itself. As a character, Wario has no real allegiances to either Mario or Bowser. His rivalry with Mario is inconsistent at best, but he also has a pretty bad relationship with Bowser too. They have teamed up in the past like in Mario Power Tennis, but both of them are trying to play the role of Mario's rivalry, which in turn causes them to fight amongst themselves. Wario's biggest selling point is his humour. He's effectively the anti-Mario, a contrast from the near-flawless character of Mario, and making an individual that seems to almost take the piss in the games he stars in. Yes, he's a bit of an evil character at times, but we love him for how he does it with such class. Wait, that's not the right word.
Don't run away, coward. You'll pay for this insult. I'll be back.
With a hefty vote count of 81, the spot at number 3 belongs to Dr. Wily's first true masterpiece, Bass. Now, we all know that most Mega Man characters are primarily focused on restoring peace or just raising some good old-fashioned hell. But Bass is a very different character, to the point where it's just mind-blowing.
Bass is an extremely smug, bad-tempered, egotistical, rebellious, fiercely independent and arrogant robot who believes that he's destined to be the strongest above them all, a much different profile from Mega Man and Proto Man. The only thing Bass ever focuses on is becoming the most powerful of them all. He doesn't give a damn about justice or peace in the world, he just cares about who's the strongest.
It seems that Bass's motives are pushed by the urge of evil, but that's not even close. Bass possesses hatred for every robot that was created by Dr. Wily, labeling all his creations as inferior junk robots. Every single one. Except Mega Man. Bass has always had a serious rivalry with the Blue Bomber, and he wishes only to best his strength and destroy him, which is what Bass was originally created for.
While Base's actions appear to be evil, he's even helped Mega Man before. In Mega Man 2 The Power Fighters, Base was angry at Dr. Wily for resurrecting his previous robot masters, and fights alongside Mega Man, Proto Man as well as Duo in order to stop them. While Base usually follows Wily's orders, he has rebelled against his creator on several occasions. No matter how many times he fights Mega Man, he always loses. Proto Man believes he's unsuccessful because he has nothing to fight for. It must suck to be him.
Final verdict, Base is one of the strangest and most unique Mega Man characters to date. His behavior might be predictable at times, but he goes far beyond your normal robot.
Path of Death!
If a developer can create a video game character that relates to the player, it can really improve the player's impression of the game. And with 94 votes, we have a character who is arguably the greatest example of a relatable video game character. Travis Touchdown.
Everyone's favorite Attaku, Travis is a professional assassin who works for Sylvia Christel and her United Assassins Association. He's arrogant, he's cocky, he destroys everything in sight, and he wields a fucking lightsaber, or to be more politically correct, a beam katana. Suda51 deliberately created Travis as a character who is as connected to the player as possible, with his motel room full of anime collectibles and wrestling masks. Oh, and he's got a cat too.
In this first game, we see that Travis's goal is to be the best assassin around, meaning that he has to kill all the assassins on his way to the top. Combined with Sylvia's promise of sex if he gets to number 1, the player sees Travis as this uniquely egotistical protagonist. In No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle, Travis is instead motivated by revenge, after his close friend Bishop is killed by Jasper Bat Jr.'s hitmen. But there is a lot more to Travis than this one-dimensional violent character.
What makes Travis an anti-hero is how he goes about his goals, killing everyone in his way. But what makes him such a brilliant anti-hero is how he understands what he's done in the past and becomes stronger because of it. This character development is seen in the first game during fights with Holly Summers and Batgirl, but it's in Desperate Struggle where Travis really comes into his own. Because he's motivated with avenging Bishop and getting laid, Travis gets angry with himself, as well as the UAA, even to the point of threatening to tear the whole system to shreds. It's how he understands what he's been doing and how ethically wrong it is, the sort of development that's sometimes lacking in other characters.
Travis Touchdown makes a great and successful anti-hero. Like Kratos, his methods are a bit controversial and his end goals aren't really the most kid-friendly, but his character development on the way is fantastic. He starts off as this stupidly lovable character, and ends the series as a stable and fully matured protagonist. Fantastic writing by Suda right there.
Path of Death!
I'll show you the true power of chaos control!
Called it!
Yes, with a colossal 132 votes, we have the artificial life form, the ultimate life form, and the anti-Sonic, Shadow the Hedgehog. While other shadowy rivals like Dark Link and Dark Samus are just dark embodiments of the typical protagonist, Shadow the Hedgehog is a lot more complicated.
Shadow was created by Professor Gerald Robotnik, 50 years prior to the events in Sonic Adventure 2, his debut game. Robotnik was researching immortality so he could cure his granddaughter Maria of a terminal illness, with Shadow being the first step in this project.
However, some boorish military types decide that Shadow is too dangerous, and they basically trash the place, killing Maria in the process. Shadow does manage to escape Earth via an escape pod set up by Maria before her death, and cue Dr. Eggman / Robotnik, whatever you want to call him, to take advantage of this.
Having read his grandfather's diary, Eggman releases Shadow and uses him for evil purposes, and pretty much to take over the world. However, Shadow swore revenge on the people who killed Maria and tricks Eggman and Rouge to use the Chaos Emeralds to crash a space colony into the Earth. Yeah, it kinda makes more sense when you're there. But Amy actually puts herself to good use for a change and convinces Shadow to not kill the humans, persuading him to put the colony back into orbit using Chaos Control, that thing from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This uses up all his energy and it's assumed that this kills him. And we've just explained the plot of Sonic Adventure 2 without talking much about Shadow's personality. Right.
Shadow suffers greatly from amnesia. Like so many great video game characters of our time, but it's used really well here. He has great power and he knows it, meaning that he is constantly wary of what he can be used for and how he can be manipulated by other people. In Sonic Battle, for example, he actually insists that he should be destroyed. As for his relationship with Sonic, it fluctuates all over the place, but mostly he dislikes Sonic because he's an immature prick.
But it's the relationship he has with other characters that makes him such a wonderful piece of writing. With most other characters in the series, he is at odds with them due to their differing goals, but he also has a certain amount of respect for others like Rouge, E123, Omega, and even Dr. Eggman. It's more of a let's team up for the sake of a better cause rather than because I like you situation, and it all works really well.
I am Fawful's Minion,
And I'm Rabbit Luigi.
and Shadow the Hedgehog is the greatest anti-hero in the history of video games. Yes, it's a fact now. You lot said so yourself. See you all next countdown.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the one and only ultimate life form.